We're down 31 points at halftime. This video's coming out at half. I'm going to watch it, but I'm pre-anticipating that we lose. We have never scored 28 points in a game this season. So what do you think that a 31-point comeback, what are the odds of that actually happening? The Cardinals, to win at one point, were minus 100,000 on FanDuel. Just had to check. Little fun fact, this comeback's not happening. And if it does and I post this, so be it. I hope you guys do finally understand, though. My whole thing that I have been saying for weeks now is it is not a quarterback issue. Jacoby Brissett, when given time, looked good, but he had 2 fumbles, recovered for touchdowns by DeMarcus Lawrence, and I don't know, it's just a continual cycle of just constant hate for one thing. When Kyler's in the game, it is all Kyler Murray. Everybody chooses to not see the other problems of this team. I have been pitching it to you guys for how long that this offensive line cannot block. We can't protect. We cannot run the football. These problems still occur, but just because Jacoby Brissett is taking hits, people just choose to neglect it. They're playing quarterback how they want the quarterback position to be played. Kyler did more than enough to will us to wins, and guess what? We're still losing games. Jacoby's now 1-3 in games that he has started. Yes, he played the Packers. Yes, he played the Colts. We played them close, but at the end of the day, they resulted in 2 of these, 2 losses, and it is what it is. And you guys want to know why we lost this game? Come here. Let me go ahead and show you why we lost this game. As you guys see, new setup in Arizona. Blame this kid. Blame this kid. It's his fault because we watched the game together, and it is what it is, man. We lost we're down 31. I don't know how many we lost by. Maybe we come back. Maybe we win the game. Probably not. I'm posting this at halftime, or as soon as I can get it out. Half is right now. Just ridiculous. Just constant problems. And I think Seattle, heck of a football team. They're really good. I'm not saying that. We played Seattle before, lost by 3 points. Defense had a way better performance. Offense played a lot better. And I'm not saying Kyler would have came in here and won the game. It could have looked very similar. The offensive line's not blocking. Evan Brown looks dumb at times. Jonah Williams, same thing. They just completely look oblivious. The assignments, you have people blocking the same guy, people coming free. Ridiculous, dude. It is just absolutely ridiculous that we are watching the same offense with the same problems, and Drew Petzing maintains his job. How is that a thing? How is that a thing? Drew Petzing should have been packed up a long time ago, but this front office, this regime, they're late on decisions. If a content creator or a YouTuber is calling things, and they typically come to fruition, why can't the coaching staff or the people getting paid millions of dollars do this? People in the comment section are nailing it too. Drew Petzing should have been gone, but people instead want to back Drew Petzing, put their faith in a backup quarterback, and ride out for the rest of the year. And Jacoby has played fantastic. I'm not saying this game is his fault once again. If he can get protection, then we're going to be in this game, because 2 of the turnovers that resulted in touchdowns came because the offensive line got blocked, and he does have a slower release. The ball got hit out. That's just unfortunate. But the Cardinals just look completely inferior. And I was team keep Jonathan Gannon and ride with the coaching staff. But at this point, it seems like all team chemistry, all team morale is out the window. And if you have that and you're losing the locker room, and you already put your hands on a player, so who knows how they're responding to that or even reacting to that. There was fight. They were coming in with optimism. They were backing their guy. And Jonathan Gannon, you're seeing fire. But is that fire fake? Is he really just trying to amp this team up so he doesn't lose his job? I don't know. I really don't know. But at the end of the season, I think a lot has to go into this whole process. I think Gannon does retain his job. I think Monty retains as well. I think Monty should be the safest one with Nick Rallis. But Drew Petzing and Gannon said put all eyes on me. And the eyes kind of shifted from Petzing to Gannon. And now we're in this position where I think both of them should be at least on the hot seat going into next offseason. I'm fine keeping Gannon, but if Petzing's back, it's going to be hard to support this team. It is genuinely going to be almost impossible to support this team because I know the offense isn't going to thrive if we get a young quarterback. I do not want Drew Petzing as the offensive coordinator. If he is, we got to put some fire. Obviously, there's nothing we can do, but Drew Petzing, something bad has to happen for him to lose his job. He has to have some allegations come out or something, because Jonathan Gannon just loves the man for some reason. I'm not understanding what is going on. Why are you so infatuated with the bald guy? Doesn't make sense. If he's calling good games and we're scoring points, by all means retain him. But we're 9 weeks, 10 weeks into the season, and we have yet to score 28 points. That is ridiculous. People blame Kyler for that. It's just idiotic at this point. It gets to a point where people just choose to see what they want to. You believe what you want to, instead of just opening your mind and seeing what the core issue is. We cannot call good plays. Drew Petzing, very incompetent, especially in the beginning. And now the offensive line just continues to not block. And Evan Brown, terrible. He needs to be replaced. Jonah Williams, he needs to be replaced. But at this point, we just have to ride out for the rest of the season where we had hope, we had optimism, should have beat up on the bad teams, potentially been 5-2, maybe 4-3 at the absolute worst. But instead, the season has just gone completely downhill, and we don't even have 4 wins through 10 weeks. It gets to a point, it is absolutely ridiculous, and I am just losing my mind watching this football team. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Where's your direction? Is all hope lost? At this point, I don't see how the Cardinals save the season. It's almost irreparable at this point. I don't know how you win going forward. Like, we had a 2% chance to make the playoffs if we lost, and then it got bumped up to 12. I don't know what it's going to be after this game, but it's probably as close to 0 as you can get. This Cardinals team, I have no faith. This back-end schedule is almost impossible. Jacoby Brissett, the only thing I was a little worried about with Kyler going on IR is if Jacoby's play slips up just a little bit. And I'm not saying he's the core issue. This is what I'm saying, is now we don't even have backup insurance. If Jacoby gets hurt and he's taking hit after hit after hit after hit because we can't block, if he goes down, we're even more screwed. We have no Kyler Murray, no insurance. And if you want to trade Kyler, it's fine. Let him sit the 4, trade him in the offseason. It is what it is. We'll see what he does elsewhere. And we got to see what we can do for the future. But it's at the point right now where we have no insurance. So if you want a chance to win this, who are you going to rock? A practice squad quarterback? Do you have more faith in a practice squad guy than Kyler Murray? I don't. I feel like Kyler Murray would have been the better start, but it's hard to pivot back to him, especially with Jacoby going crazy. The locker room seemed to be bought into Jacoby. It's his job to lose. Putting Kyler on IR, unless he's legitimately hurt, I don't think it was a good move. Me personally, Kyler is a better quarterback. Point blank, period. Jacoby does things Kyler won't. These are things I haven't stated. He'll step in the pocket. He'll take a hit. He will deliver with better anticipation than Kyler does. But Kyler can move. Kyler doesn't take as many sacks. Kyler is a better player. And you just have to get rid of Drew Petzing. You really just have to get rid of Drew Petzing. It's that simple. He doesn't cater to the offense. He runs the same philosophies. The runs don't work. Then your offense basically gets shut down. Jacoby Brissett's been dealing. Season's over. The season's over. Seattle, you put BTA. Point blank period. You guys are going far. Completely underrated them this season. They bought in, got Rashid Shaheed, and then now Cooper Kupp just popped off. I don't know how many yards he's going to finish with, but they might have 2 receivers over 1,000 yards. In case you guys didn't hear the broadcast announce it 1,000 times, JSN is at 1,000 yards already. He is on pace to have the most receiving yards in NFL history in a single season. Ridiculous. JSN, best receiver in the NFL. It's not really a debate right now, or at least this season. It fluctuates. Justin Jefferson might be the best receiver in the NFL, but this season, it's JSN. It's not particularly close. He is unguardable, and our whole secondary was banged up. Mac Wilson was out too. The Cardinals season has been derailed, and Zay Jones, the Achilles is gone. I knew it was an Achilles injury. As soon as I saw him look back the first time, I said it to my boy. And guess what? He looked back again, felt like he got shot or stepped on, gone. And the Cardinals just continually derail. And Garrett Williams, I don't even know if he came back, but I think he was concussed. So our whole starting secondary is out once again. This is multiple times this has happened. There's no excuses. In the NFL, you got to play with what you got to play with. But it just shows you guys that this Cardinals season has not gone where we want it at all. It's been awful. And here we go. First video back in the setup, though. We're back in Arizona. We're here full time. Don't live in Austin anymore. So we'll have a story time on that on a different channel. But yeah, it is what it is, man. We're going to watch the second half, be miserable, and this is coming out. So hopefully you guys can comment and get some traction on this video, and we'll see. Maybe we come back. Maybe this is just pre-anticipated delusion in the other way. So we'll see. But with that being said, drop your game thoughts. Seattle fans, Cardinals fans, I want to know. And what do you think the direction of this team is? Do you want to retain Gannon? Do you want to retain Petzing, Rallis, Monty, Kyler? What do you want to do? What's your direction for the team? Drop your predictions down below. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.